Hey guys, good morning. Today I want to show you what it looks like. Um, the Dine Out expansion pack. So whenever you get the Dine Out expansion pack, this thing will pop up. It's gonna be your business part of the game. If you do not have a business, it will just like there will be a drop box here that says buy a restaurant, but because I already have one, so it would say whatever the name of the restaurant is. The stars here will be the rating for my restaurant, and this bar will always just show the last shift finances. And if you want to see the other stuff, like it's kind of still sucks because it will always just show the last shift. It doesn't say the total. Um, for me, what I usually do is I try to keep track of how much I have in there before I open the restaurant, and at the end, yeah, I'll double check it because the meal profit is not the same as your net profit, of course, because you still have to take off other things in there. Uh, One thing to note is that when you are not in your restaurant, you cannot see this part. This is where you can see options for your employees. And this part when you're not in your restaurant, it would be this button, but when you're in a restaurant, it's going to be a different one. I can show it to you guys later. The other thing that I want to show you is business perks. You get points as you interact with your employees and customers. You can be like welcoming the customers, checking on their table, comping their food, giving them free drinks, free food, or I'm sorry, free dessert. And yeah, you get points as you interact with them, and you can use those points to redeem it to get different kinds of perks. I think the first thing that I bought is Curious Customers. What I like about this is that I have more expensive menu, I mean dishes in my menu. So whenever there's a question mark on top of the customer's head, I always recommend them. They'll ask for a recommendation. No, they're not gonna ask, but when you click on them, it would say recommend a dish, and you can pick one drink and one food. So I usually pick the most expensive drink, and for the food, you have to pick between appetizer, the main dish, and the dessert. And I always pick whichever is the most expensive, and I roll with it so that I get the most money. But then again, it depends on you and how you want to use your points. Please read through all of these as well so that you know what you want to do. But um, yeah, we'll go to my restaurant. Yeah. So, as you guys know why I name it Longboard Garden, I don't have to explain that. And I try to put as much plants in there as possible, even though even like the roof of my bathroom or restrooms or comforter or whatever you want to call it is actually covered in plants because why not? Okay. Um, yeah, it kind of sucks. I think Florence mentioned this before. When it's a pre-made house, it will like it it wouldn't be situated the way you want it to be. For my restaurant, this is the front part, but I always get salmon here because that's the front part, but it doesn't fit. So whatever. Still okay. Um, but yeah, as I said, remember when I'm not in my restaurant, this one right here was a travel to. Now it says restaurant settings. We can look into it right now. First thing that is an option will be the price markup. I been having like ever since I opened this restaurant, I always have it at 300%. Um, Advertising, I usually have it at silver, but at one point I had it at none. I think when I just opened the restaurant, I put it on like under none. So I have because I'm just starting. The problem is when you just started, your employees are not as like your cook will be not as good, your host will not be as friendly, and your waitress will be like slipping or dropping food. So you don't want that to happen when there's a lot of customers. So that's what I did. I just put none and get them like train them or yeah, just do whatever they can with very little customers. Then eventually, as they level up, I added advertising and ingredient quality. I believe for this one, I unlocked it because of a perk. I'll show you the perk that I've unlocked for that. This one. So I bought it, so now I can pick what kind of ingredient is in there, but I usually just have it as standard. Um, Maybe I'll try grade F next time, but I'll just leave it at standard for now. Okay. The next option is menu. Um, when you don't, so when you download My Restaurant, because it's in the gallery, you can download it yourself if you want to use it. If you don't want to make your own restaurant, there will already gonna be menu or dishes in there. But if you're gonna start from scratch, there won't be anything. The only thing that will be there, I believe, is water. Then you'll have to add it yourself. Um, as you can see here, there will be difficulty levels. When you are just starting out your restaurant and your cook will be at a lower level, you should, I would say, pick the 1/5 so that the quality will be up to par to what your cook's level is. Uh, but as you can see with mine, I'll show you. Like mine is already my highest one is 4/5, and this is the most expensive drink that I have is the 5/5. Actually, sorry, yes, my highest level for difficulty now is 5/5. Um, my food is like yeah, it's still in the I at first I started with like level 1 or 2 menu, and they're pretty cheap. Like look at this, $4, 28. So I wasn't earning as much money, and so that as I level up my employees, I actually changed the menu so that it will better reflect their capabilities and I can earn more money. Okay, for then this is the main course. Um, yeah, I did pick a lot of expensive stuff. Yeah, most expensive menu in terms of food is 140. It's I believe the turkey dinner, this puffer fish nigiri, and yep, another puffer fish nigiri. Why would I have it twice? But whatever. And a dessert. So yeah, as you can see, it's like the highest I have here is 405. But yeah, you can edit it as you go. I would really recommend not having it in the higher difficulty when you're just starting, so that because the problem with that too is the higher the difficulty is, the more expensive the dish will be. So if your waitress or waiter drops the food, that's for example the ingredient for a dish will cost you $20 and she drops the food, now you're like gonna be in the hole for $40 for that thing. And as you can see, I already only have price markup of 3. I already have 300 price markup. So if your employee drops the food, your food cost will already going to be 200%. And so you only have 100% as your profit. What will happen is you still have to pay your employees, so that's going to eat up and it's going to eat up on your profit. So you don't want that to happen. The other thing that you can change as well is the uniform. I like this one. If you want to make your own, it's gonna look like how you make a sim, but just for clothes. I'll show you what it looks like. For the chef, I just left it as white because I'm too lazy to make a new one. It's fine. But I'll show you. Yeah, they can be in their underwear, whatever. It's up to you. Okay. I am not gonna do that to my employee. Okay. Yeah, that's the cow plant, guys. Yeah, it says completely safe as long as you feed it. I really don't know what the cow plant is for, really. I just found it and I planted it and now it's fine. It's just a fun thing to have in your backyard. Okay, that's for my chef. We'll see my wait staff. I believe for this wait staff, I actually, yeah, this one I've made myself. They, like, it really gives off like Earl's or Joey's ambience here, like whatever they are wearing. Because why not? My hose, of course, I changed them as well. This is like, I love this one because it looks very gay. And yeah, I just think it's cute. Okay. You can also pick the dress code for your customers if you want them to like wear athletic, swimwear, formal. I just put it as everyday, like does not matter to me. Uh, yeah, this is what my restaurant looks like. There are some dishes left there because funny thing is when your restaurant's open, then you click close to close it, everyone just leaves. Your employee will just leave the restaurant dirty. They don't clean it up before they leave. They just clock out right away, which is weird to me. But what do I know? Okay, I'm just gonna save my game before I show you how it looks like to run a restaurant because I'm not gonna be paying attention much. Um, wow, that's expensive. Anyway, so let's get into it. We're gonna open the restaurant. Okay. We'll let Gagan clean up a little bit. Dude, clean up. As you can see, like I already pressed, the restaurant's already open. My staff are not here yet. Yeah, they're running. So this is weird. Like you know how when like a real job, like if you start at 9, you be there at 9. Not like you're gonna run there at 9. So yeah. I want to show you different options as well for management or like employees. So the first thing is you click on your employee, you click manage. There are different kinds of stuff in here. So you can promote them every time they do something good. You can praise them. This part, give inspirational speech. I have unlocked it through perk points. Whenever an employee is, I can see them just standing around, I give them an inspirational shape. It just gives them the fire to like work harder. If you don't like your employee, you can fire them. I don't like doing it just because I've already put in money in training them, and it's hard to when you employ a new employee, they kind of start in a lower they kind of start in a lower level, so they're gonna be like as not as friendly as a fully trained employee, just like real life. Um, you can actually have the option of demoting an employee. I've only ever done it when one of my employee was like, I can see her like texting a lot, so I got so annoyed of like criticizing her, and she still wasn't changing, so I demoted her. Then after that, she was better. Um, yeah, eventually, I think it only took me a day. I promoted her again because she was threatening to quit. She just said, like, it will pop up here that, for example, him, I think his name is Aiden. Aiden is very unsatisfied with his job. He might quit or something like that. Try promoting him or giving him some praise. So, what I will first try to do is praise the employee, and if it still says very unsatisfied, I will promote them. But I always try not to promote an employee unless they're threatening to quit because like, it saves costs. Just like real fucking life. This is too real. Um, Next option is to criticize. So every time they do something wrong, I try to catch it right away and criticize them. Yeah, like it's good for like when you see them standing around or like in the bathroom, just like talking to themselves, or taking too long, like just standing around. Because like my wait staff, her, she tends to like stand around here and talk to the cook, which is like fine. But if it's like we have a full house, don't do that. Yeah, actually, I forgot to show you this one. So, manage employees. So this is where you can. Oh, that's. I guess I changed the chef outfit that I didn't. I just didn't realize. Um, but yeah, this is how you where you can see. manage employees, when you don't have an employee yet, this will be empty. There's just gonna be a plus. Then you can hire people. So this is what I mean about like I'm trying not to fire anyone, because if I fire this person, I will have to pick from all of these unexperienced people, which is like this will be the best option for me. Like she's good with bartending skills, but her cooking is nothing, next to nothing. So her food will be not as good for the first little while, and that's gonna cost me money. And you can see here that she's unsatisfied. We can remedy that by praising her or um, promoting her, but as I said I tend not to promote yet. Um, what I will probably do is give her an inspirational speech and praises. Let's see if it's gonna go back to neutral. Because, like, yeah, as you can see with him, he's neutral because, to be honest, his job is the easiest, I believe, here. Like, I don't have to watch him as much as I would the other two. And he already maxed out his level, but he's only level 4 right now. I can still promote him to level 5. Level 5 is the highest. I'm just not promoting him yet because I'm trying to save on costs. Again, real life. The last one will be the wait staff. She is an elderly, which kind of suck. I didn't think of this, but at the by the 8 hour mark that my restaurant has been open, she will be like really needing to go to the bathroom, but she will not go to the bathroom and she will just pee on the floor and she's gonna be covered in like nasty. So I will have to mop her pee and she will be like disgusting. Um, which kind of sucked. But then again, I don't want to fire her because I don't want to like hire these people. However, I've saved enough perk points here that I have unlocked another option, like I can select a sim to hire. I just don't want to yet because my restaurant is not as busy as I would want it, that I will need two people. But what I would eventually do, what I'm thinking of doing, is that I will hire a new person and get this new person to have like at least half level, then I will fire her. What sucks for about that is if I fire this person will have a negative relationship, which kind of suck. But um, then again, this is a business. It's real life, guys. Anyway, um, with the perk points, you can unlock up to 3 waiters or wait staff. I just don't do it because, as I said, my restaurant is not busy enough for that. I don't want to be paying more. For a host, it's only one person. Whatever happens, it's only just going to be one person. For a chef, there's going to be two max. I still haven't unlocked it. As I said, I believe I don't need it quite yet. So that's what it looks like for the manage employee button there. My restaurant's already open, so this button becomes closed, and when I press that, it's gonna be my restaurant will be closed. And here it will show you here how long your restaurant has been open for. I Around 9 hours, your employees will start complaining, saying that it's already we've been working for this long, we're very tired. And when that happens, they tend to be not as friendly. They'll spill some food. The cook will not be cooking as good anymore. So you try to avoid not hitting that 8 hour mark or 9 hour mark. But seriously, like with me, I tend to hit it because there's like I'm waiting for the the customers that's already in the restaurant to get their food, because you don't have to wait for them to finish their food. If you want to close the restaurant, for example, there's like two people here and they've already ordered. My wait staff already just gave them their food. I don't have to wait for them to finish their food to get their money. All I have to do is press close if they already have the money, and I mean the food, and I take their money. So it just helps me with cost because I don't have to pay 3 employees to stand there and wait for these two people to finish their food. Anyway, we'll go back to business. The first thing you want to do is welcome people. Dude, stop dancing. You have work to do. Try to welcome them. Welcome. So that's the first option that you will have when a customer just came in, is welcome them. The next one will be, so this one I already welcomed him, and he's already got a table, so I can check on his table. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this dude. I think they're fighting. It's work. Shut your face. As you can see, we're just trying to welcome everyone. It is still kind of busier than what I would want it to be. This child comes here quite a bit, and he usually looks like he's alone. And you can actually welcome him, too. Like, as if he's like the one paying for food. So he's stuck there, not welcoming this person because she is, I believe, engaged. I mean, like, talking to someone. Okay, I'm like, dude, let's do this. Because she's already sitting, I can check on her table. Oh, she got up. They are annoying because they don't stay in one spot. Okay, what are we doing? When that happens, I usually just like close it, like, because she's probably doing something. Yeah, she's going to her table. So my sim can just move on to the next person, and I can just go back and welcome her. Like, now that she's sitting there, I can welcome her. But because she already got a table, all I have to do is check on her table. He's just dead. Here you go. There you go. Okay. Do you remember I said like the question mark? This means that this child wants a recommendation. Like, you're a child. Why would you want a recommendation? Anyway. Oh yeah, I'm already welcoming him, so I don't need to add that there. So now she's angry. I hope she's not angry with me. Okay, I try to welcome everybody that comes in. So this child just sat down and he wants a recommendation. We'll give him a recommendation. Recommend a dish. Because she is a child, I can only recommend water. So let's recommend him like the most expensive food. Like, I can even recommend this. So I'll show you. You cannot do two food. Like, it can be just one food and one drink. And I'm not gonna recommend water. She can get water and salt. Check on their table because they're sitting there. Because I've welcomed this person, I already checked his table. He didn't ask for a recommendation, so this one will not be active. But I have this other option. I try not to comp food because, as we know, I have 300% markup. I usually just give them free drinks. Oop, my sim needs to feed us someone. Okay, so this person again, like, wants a recommendation. I always try to catch it, so I can recommend the most expensive food. So, wine. Most expensive wine, 246. Come on, dude. Like, and turkey dinner, so that it's, look at that, it's $3.89 that I'm making from this bitch alone. And yeah, the stars on the people's head will be what they think their rating is for my restaurant. The more you interact with them, give them free food, free drink, the more it will go up. So you try to give them what they want. So I probably already said hi or welcome to this person, that's why it doesn't give me that option anymore. Someone's playing. What is she doing?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I have not welcomed her yet, so I'm gonna welcome her. And, like, look at that. Like, this person got 5 stars. Give me 5 stars. Which is great. There you go. So, like, as my wait staff give the food, I get the money right away. I don't have to wait. Okay. So this one is a curious customer as well. I have to keep an eye on where she sits. Right after she sits, I will recommend a dish, because if I wait too long, my wait staff will go to her and get her order, and I wouldn't be able to recommend anything. Okay, so what can we do? Check on this table. Here you go. Have we checked on your table yet? No, so we can check on their table. So pretty much that's what you do here. You just do that. Okay, so now she's sitting. I have to make sure that I recommend a dish before my waitstaff even get to her to ask what she wants to eat. Again, what I do is the most expensive food that I have in the menu to make the most money out of her. So like, yeah, the more I interact, I said, like, my points goes up. I want to show you what it looks like when you want to praise your employee. Okay, talk to her, I can praise her. I believe you can only praise once per shift. You can also criticize them once per shift and give inspirational speech once per shift only. So use it wisely. Like this thing, look at it. There is a food right here for her to give to the customers. But what is she doing? Talking to herself. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna criticize her, because she needs to know that she needs to work. After that, I'm gonna... Yeah, look at it. I was interacting with my employee. So my perk went up. Manage, recommended dish. Again, what I usually do, most expensive things in my menu. Okay. She needs to pee, but I said that she's gonna hold her pee. Like, she's so weird. Okay. Yeah, already checked. Oh yeah, that's an option. Is to prioritize their food. I usually save this when I know that they've been waiting for a while. How would you know? Is like, it will be the latest opinion. It would say their wait time is longer or something. And you can go up to them and prioritize their food. I also do it when a restaurant critic comes into the restaurant, so I try to give them, like, that person, welcome them right away, prioritize their food, and after they've already ordered their food, I also give them like a free drink or something, just so that they'll give me a good review. You will know that they will be the restaurant critic if you see like silver ribbon on top of their head, and when you hover on their head, it will also say here that they are a restaurant critic, and you want to bring your A game to that. Okay, so you can see this person is, what the fuck? This person have that question mark there, so I will recommend a dish. So let's go.
Buena. Oh, kiss a noise sweezo. Avenue smishy.
So I haven't checked on their table yet, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, dude, what are you doing? There's like 2 food here for you to give, but you're just standing there. I'm the owner and I'm cleaning up dishes, and you're just standing there. Okay. Let's give her an inspirational shift, that she understands that she needs to work. Let's see, we'll change
Ka,
anything.
Jeep and North.
So, oh god, I've been open for 8 hours now. That's why. Okay.
Chonkaby,
Um,
Shabashu, Kanui.
this allow new customers. It means that no one will come in anymore.
Kazi Panork.
I will just
Sabinja.
wait for this tea to be put on a table, then I will close the restaurant so you see what it looks like as well when I press
Okanoi
close.
Pumpira. Quexi
That's
Fazuna.
Yanabi Flora. Leia. Gonna watch Solana. Inapolar. Nico Bies.
No.
Kenny Hasta love.
okay. I don't need to give her an inspirational shift. I mean speech because all I want her to do is to give this away. Dude, hurry up!
Pork Bishoshi.
I get the money right away, and if I close it, look at it, done. And it will give me the summary, and it sucks. Normally I would serve about 13 people, but I guess I was busy like showing you guys things that we've only served 2 customers today. But even then, I don't know how they count their customers because we definitely did serve a lot more than that. Like you've seen how many tables we've served. I guess it means like when they finish all their food from start to finish, that's gonna be 1 customer and like per table too. But yeah, I don't know how they count this, but I've only made 1,200 this time. I usually make 2,400, 500 like that. That's my usual average. And you can see here as well what are the customers are saying. So they like my decor. They're also saying that I should improve the meal quality and the service. I'll show you why this is in here. Okay, when you click on Lucy, so you can't see it anymore. But when you click on her while she's working and manage her, you can request cooking time. You can ask her to cook the food faster, normally, or slower. Of course, when it is faster, the quality just goes down a little bit lower. When it's normal, it's gonna be however her level is, that's gonna be what she's gonna deliver. But when it's slower, it's gonna be better food. But because for me, what I really need is just to get money, or not really need, I want it. I don't really care. Um, I would want to get as much money as possible. So I'm like, I just want as many customers as possible. Make the food, get out the food, and that's it. Give me my money. To be honest, ever since I've opened my restaurant, I've already made 23,000 because I just left 30K in here just for me to like know how much I've earned. And you should leave a little bit of money there, especially when you're just starting, because you would want to not promote. You would want to pay your employees training. Because when they have their level is very low here. I'll show you. So when they're like only like this much level, when you pay training, it will go up, and they don't even have to spend some time. They just like you just tell them like I'm sending you for training, and that's it. Um they'll level up without them doing anything else. Um, but what sucks about the training is it costs you money. The first level of training I think is 150. The second level would be 600, and the next level is 1500. So it will cost you money to train them. But because I've had my restaurant open for a while, I actually did not pay them much training. I just let them work with less customers. So yeah, it just slowly went up. Um, yeah, this one he's already max. Like I should be like having him as a level 5 already, but I am not doing that yet because I don't want to pay him as much. She's already unsatisfied, so I'll wait for her to say very unsatisfied, then I'll probably give her praises and promote her. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. You don't just yeah. one thing to note is that you don't necessarily have to be in the restaurant for you to open the restaurant. You can be at home or you can be in a festival or something else. I mean somewhere else, and you can have your restaurant open. You can just let your employees do their thing. Um, but I tend not to do that just because I can be an extra person because I'm free. Like I don't you don't have to pay me. I can be the person like welcoming the customers, cleaning up the table, because one wait staff cannot clean all of these tables. Like she's an elderly. I feel bad. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, one thing to note is that the customers, when they do get annoyed with you, they will go to your garbage bin and they'll empty the trash. But instead of emptying it to the bin outside, they will leave it in your restaurant. So yeah, that's be mindful about that as well. It is quite annoying because um the downside is my sim is a vampire. It cannot be outside during the day. So whenever that happens, I just have to make sure that he throws away the garbage real quick, or my waitstaff do it. But she doesn't do it as much because she has like a lot of tables for her to do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you run a restaurant in the Dine Out expansion pack. I mean, this is not an easy way to do it, or like this is not the only way. I just learned to do it this way. Um, but yeah, feel free to do whatever you want. Definitely experiment with the menu. Um, yeah, and be patient. Like you guys heard me before, I was like complaining because I wasn't earning as much money as I would want to. But I'm okay now. Like it's it's not bad for me anymore. Um, but yeah, if you guys want to download this restaurant, go to gallery and so go to gallery and you can search. Yeah, you can. I would just say search for my ID. You can just JM Yellow. Then my two things will be there, and yeah, this is my restaurant. Then you can just download it. Um, you should have all of these expansion packs, but if you don't, it will just be um, it's fine. It's not that bad. Whatever stuff that I've used that you don't have is not just gonna pop up. But yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention that this is how to run a restaurant. When you just started a restaurant, they will be like if you download my restaurant, it would be easier for you. You don't have to worry about the requirements on a business. But if you want to start from scratch, when you just like buy up a lot, there will be like a drop down menu here. It will say what are the requirements. They you need certain number of tables, certain number of chairs, at least one chef station, and every chef that you have, they need their own chef station. I only have one chef, so that's fine, but I am intending to hire another one. That's why there's another one here. But when I expand my restaurant, I think I'm gonna delete all these counters and just like try to squish them here, and I'll add like one or two tables here. Um, but because I don't want to expand yet, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. At one point, I have some tables at the back here, which is great me a lot with money wise, like getting more profit. It just sucks because I'm a vampire. I couldn't give those people the same attention as I would have given them if they were sitting inside the restaurant because like I can't be outside sunlight, man. That's the only thing that sucked for me. So yeah. You don't necessarily need a keyboard here and a mic and this music thing. I only put it out there for my sim, so if he gets really bored, he can dance, he can play keyboard and stuff, whatever he wants. Yeah, I would say also that when you make a restaurant, make sure that you put a lot of decor to it because customers like it. You don't need to host table, but I just did because I think it looks good. It's up to you. You should have, yeah, a receiving area so that your customers can wait there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's how you run a restaurant here. Um, yeah, I definitely recommend it, but it can be a little bit stressful the first few days of you running the restaurant. But yeah, that's everything. Oh my gosh, this is like a 40-minute video. Okay, bye, bye, bye.